Yeah. So after Germany, you decided to stay there and go to college there. How that happened?
So I was married at the time, at the end of my army career, and I was in school. I had started university from um, 2 years before I finished, so 2006, I think, something like that. And I was taking courses, online courses at the time, web design, and then I moved into information systems, and it was boring to me. I wanted to go to school physically, so I decided I was going to go into business, and I began my journey at Schiller University, and that's kind of how it
It's
started.
like a 4 year college there.
Three
Three
year,
years.
3 year college, actually, get your bachelor.
So do you speak German?
I do speak a bit of German,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. I got tired of not knowing what was going on.
Mhm.
I always felt like people were
Yeah.
talking about me, so I learned it.
Was it hard to get into college being like a non-German?
Um, no, it wasn't. And also, because I served in the military, and their main branch of the university is based in the US, it was actually quite easy
Okay.
using my
The job bill,
GI
whatever.
Bill, yeah.
And so you left the military like 2008, I think.
2008, yeah.
So what's your advice to just talk some about your transition from military? 'Cause even today, a lot of military veterans are like really struggling with that, you know?
Yeah, so that's a good question, man. Transitioning was hard. It wasn't easy. And I think that it's like that for all of us who get out. And I through a lot of research and there was a lot of struggle trying to adapt to such a new way of life, right? We're leaving um an era of our lives where it's very structured. We know what's
Yeah.
going on. We know what's going to happen tomorrow. We understand where we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to be doing, and the like that being extracted from our lives that itself is super hard to get. Some people do well, but they spend too much time in the rest position. And that's what it really was. The struggle was not staying in the rest position and doing something. And so my advice for anybody who's struggling is like that idea that clicks in your brain, the thing that you draw from your DNA, like do it. Don't think about it. Figure out what the closest milestone to achieving that is and just go. Like don't
Yeah.
hesitate.
Definitely agree. Yeah.
Yeah. It takes some grit, but we're military dudes. We've got it.
Yeah, I
So
think a lot of people get when they get transition, like the military does everything for you. Like even moving, right? Even though you
yeah,
do stuff to move, they're doing everything for you. Like someone's telling you what to do, right?
exactly.
Of course, you have some freedom to do some stuff, but like people don't realize how control the military is. Like you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, and then some people can't, the freedom kind of fucks with them, right?
Yeah,
Like they
definitely.
have like too much time, like and they start messing up.
It feels like an eternity. 1 year passing right after you leave, that's a long year. That's not a short year.
Yeah, I have another theory too. I have no way to prove this, but I'm a firm believer like I have no way to prove this or anything. Just a theory. Like I think like people who struggle out of the military struggle inside the military, right?
Hmm.
So in the military, I'm thinking like if you're a chapter case or you had disciplinary
Sure.
problems, I think that continues on after the military, right?
Ironically, I don't I feel the opposite. I've seen dudes that have been chaptered out that
Mhm.
get out to do quite amazing things, move on to new
Mhm.
things. I don't know if it's because they have to because
Yeah.
they've been discharged.
And then again, I've
But
seen people like E4s get good, nice paying jobs and
oh yeah,
senior people struggle.
yeah. Senior because senior people don't feel like they I would say that there's a layer of entitlement, right?
Oh yeah,
Like
definitely, definitely.
we know the service that we've done,
Mhm.
and for some people, that pride, that sense of like, my country owes me, does never goes away.
Yeah.
So
Some of your veterans like that, like
a lot
I
of
did my 3 years, the country owes me a lifestyle or whatever. No, they don't, dude.
no,
Like
nobody owes you
you got a
anything.
paycheck, you got benefits, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly. And to be fair, the paycheck and the benefits they could be a lot
yeah,
better.
yeah.
There should most certainly be one thing I talk about a lot when I land on this topic with people is that after the military, there's really a huge void for helping people to develop their own support structures. And I think there really should be something that like a long-term support system for
Yeah.
people to like figure out what they're going to do with their lives. You know, there were some instances where it felt like okay, you're finished, so boom, you're on your own.
Yeah.
And yeah, that I think there should be something like
I think
that
another
to help.
challenge too, I think from my point of view, the more higher ranking someone is, more they struggle, right? 'Cause a lot of people like,
Yeah,
I
could be.
use, if someone's a command sergeant major in, would say HR. Well,
Mhm.
I should get a job as VP of HR at Microsoft.
Yeah,
It's
of course.
probably not going to happen, you know?
Man, these guys,
It's like, yeah,
yeah,
all of this, all of that. Like, dude, no, it's not going to happen like that, you know? And then
out there, the civilian world, they don't care about that.
most people don't know the difference between general and private.
Exactly. They don't. They don't. You could tell them you're a general.
And
They
if
wouldn't
you
know.
put in your resume out, like, I had like 25 direct reports. Like, they think that's a lie, right?
Mhm.
Because in the civilian world, if you have 5 direct reports, you're doing a lot, right?
Yeah, you are, in my opinion, because the dynamic is much different on the outside managing people. But and you have to learn that too. That's
Yeah.
the struggle, right? And when you're a high ranking dude just getting out and um trying to engage that,
Yeah.
you're gonna be a
And
bit
you still have
lost.
your high and tight, and you're still like doing all the military jargon and stuff.
Oh
And like,
gosh, yeah. That
yeah,
I've seen people I've
yeah.
seen people do that.
Another thing I think military veterans mess up too, just another opinion. I think a lot of them, like, they know they're going to retire, they know they're going to get out, like we'll say, like in 2 years, right?
Mhm.
And instead of like saving up the money, they go out and buy a new car, they get a mortgage,